myself Bhautik Trivedi, working as an assistant professor in IT/ICT department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So I will give you the demonstration of concept of SMI in advanced networking protocol. So what do you mean by SMI? So first of all of you know mainly three important protocols in network. One, that is the SNMP, second one, that is the SMI, and third one, that is the MIP. So already you know the concept of the SNMP. So here the fully focus on the concept of SMI. So what is the meaning of SMI first of all? SMI means structure of management information. Structure of management information, that is the part of the network management, because here you fully focus on the concept of the network management. And if you talk about the component of the network management, so mainly three components for that. One, that is the SNMP, second one, that is the SMI, and third one, that is the MIP. So here SMI, that is a one component of the network management. So here what's the functionality behind the SMI? But in today's session the fully focus on the functionality of the SMI. So first of all, already you know, first point, the first function of the SMI is that naming the object. First one, that is the object naming. Second one, which type of data you define that can be stored in an object, that is a second point. Means first one, you give the name of the object. Second one, which type of data that can be stored in a particular object, so that's the second point. And third one, the encoding technique, means how to encode data for transmission over the network. So if you talk about the SMI, and if you directly categorize the functionality of a SMI into three important points, the number one is that is the name of the object. Second one, that can be considering as a data type, and third one, the encoding method. So if you talk about the concept of SMI, so SMI, that is a one guideline for the SNMP, means it fully focus on three important attributes to handle a particular object. First one, which attribute? That is the name. Second one, that is the data type, and third one, that is the encoding method. After that, the most important thing, what is the meaning of object? Already you know, in a object oriented programming language, that is the C++. So already you know object means what? Object means that is an instance of class. But here, what is the meaning of object identifier? So here you just see one diagram for that. That's the one hierarchical structure. And already you know the concept of tree. Already you know, the main node that can be considering as a, here you just see in this particular diagram, the main node that can be considering as a root node, and from that you directly dividing the different node. So here you just see, whenever you talk about the concept of SMI, so at that time fully focus on an object identifier part, and object identifier, every time the object identifier takes a one value, the value like 1.3.6.1.2.1. So here you just see one example. First one, that can be considering as a root. Then after that is directly divided into three parts. One, that is the ITU-T. The second one, that is the ISO1, and then after ISO, ITU-2. So that is directly divided into 0, 2 and 0, 1 and 2. Then after the ORG, then after the DOD, then after the internet, then after the management, and then after the MIB2. So how I read this? Already you know, that can be the ISO, then after .org, .dod, .internet, .management, .mib2. So this is related to the object identifier concept. So how you read this? That is from top to bottom. And again you just see which particular identifier a particular object. So here you just see how I read this. One, in this particular diagram you just see, start from the top. up to the down. So that can be considering as a 1.3.6.1.2.1. So this is related to the concept of object identifier, means each and every node that can be considering as a one object, and here you identify an object with using the object identifier. And must remember one thing here, that can be read like a top to bottom. After that, object identifier all of you know, but here I am talking about the concept of SNMP. SNMP means what? That is the simple network management protocol. So all object, each and every object managed by SNMP, that directly give one object identifier. And must remember one thing, every time object identifier always start with 1.3.6.1.2.1. So here you just see the previous diagram. First of all, 1.3.6.1.2.1. So this is the way you can directly identify the object, and this particular object that belongs to SNMP protocol. So this is the concept object identifier, that is the part of SMI, structure of management information. So this is all about the concept of object identifier. So must remember one thing, every time the object identifier starts with this value. After that, then after the talk about the data types. So first of all, what do you mean by data type? All of you know, in C language or in Visual Basic or in .NET or in Java. But here the data types, that's related to the network management concept side. So here you just see the list out of the data types, that is the part of the concept of structure of management information. So first one, that is integer. Second one, that is the integer 32. Third one, that is the unsigned 32. Fourth one, that is the octet string. Fifth one, that can be considering as an object identifier. Sixth one, that is related to the IP address. Then after the concept of counter supported the two types. One, that is the 32. Second one, that is the 64. Then after the time ticks, and then after the bits, and then after the OPEC. So these all are the data types, that is the part of network management concept in networking. So integer, unsigned integer, string, already you know. And integer allocated how many bytes, so that is the concept of size in this particular diagram. So if you talk about the integer, so integer allocated only 4 bytes. If you talk about the integer 32, that allocated the 4 bytes. Unsigned 32, that allocated the 4 bytes. Octet string, that's a one kind of variable. Object identifier, that is a one kind of variable. Then after you talk about the IP address, so IP address already you know that supported the 32 bits. So 32 bits means what? That is the 4 bytes. Same for the counter 32, 4 bytes. Counter 64, that supported the 8 bytes. Then after the time ticks, that supported the 4 bytes. And if you talk about the OPEC, so that can be considering as a one variable, and that is the generally one kind of uninterrupted string, that can be considering as a OPEC. After that, if I want to represent the data types, how I represent this thing? So there are many two ways. One, simple variables are there, and second one, sequence of simple variables are there. So if you talk about the, according to this diagram, if you talk about the simple variable, so simple variable means only one variable, that is the simple variable. Then after the concept of sequence of simple variable, that is you know in diagram number B, means one variable, for example A. So here you directly write the A, and then after the sequence of simple variable means A, B, C, D up to the Z. So that's the list out of the sequence of simple variable. Then after you directly just see the diagram number C. So in this diagram, that is the sequence. Sequence means what? Within this particular one entry, you directly execute a series of different variable. So that is the sequence. And last one, sequence of sequence. So sequence of sequence means what? One sequence is there, then after the another sequence, then after the third sequence, fourth sequence, fifth sequence, up to the many sequence. So that is known as a sequence of sequence. So if you talk about the conceptual data types, so at that time mainly 4 entries for that. First one, that is the simple variable. Second one, that is the sequence of simple variable. Third one, that is known as a sequence. And fourth one, that is known as a sequence of sequence. After that, then after the most important point, means up to this, you know the 2 point. And already you know, if you talk about the structure of management information, so at that time mainly 3 important points. That's the part of the SMI. First one, that is totally related to the object, means you know the concept of object identifier, each and everything you know. Second point, that is the data types. So up to this already you know which type of data types, how many types of allocated byte for that, each and everything you know, how many type of strategy, how many types of representation of the data types, that already you know. And the third important point, that is known as a encoding format. So here you just see the diagram first of all. Encoding format. So here you just see the diagram. So whenever I talk about the encoding format, so that is generally divided into 3 components. First one, that is known as a tag. Second one, that is known as a length. And third one, that is known as a value. Fully concentrate here. First one, that is tag. Second one, that is length. And third one, that is value. Tag allocated how many byte? So tag allocated 1 byte. 1 byte is equal to how many bits? 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. What is the meaning of length here? And length allocated how many bytes? Length allocated 1 or more bytes. And what about the value? Value means that is the variable size. So here you just see the length is divided into 2 diagrams. Here you just see in the second diagram, length is divided into 2 diagrams. The first diagram, you just see 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. And first one, that is 0. You just fully concentrate on a part. 0 and then after the 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. And already you know, if you start from the LSB up to the MSB, so LSB, that is 0, means 2 raised to 0, that is 1. Then after the 2 raised to 1 means that is 2. So here that 1, that directly demonstrate the second part define the length 2. How I identify the length is equal to 2, the proper justification is that here you put the 1 in a second last LSB. After that means in diagram number B, you just see whatever the representation is there, the first byte define the number of rest of the bytes, means at that time again 1 is there in a second last part. So what is the justification of that? What is the meaning of that? This particular diagram indicate that the number of rest of the byte, that is 2 bytes only. And whatever the number of rest byte 2, that directly demonstrate in a next 2 bytes. You just see at the right hand side in a red. So here you just see diagram number 1 and diagram number 2. What it defines. So that is the definition of it. Defines the rest of the byte, define the length. So that length indicate 260 bytes. How I identify that 260 bytes? So 265 bit means what? Here you just see start from the last. 2 raised to 0, nothing. 2 raised to 1, nothing. 2 raised to 2, that is 4. And 2 raised to 8, that is 256. So 256 plus 4, that is 260. So this is the way you can perform the encoding in a SMI. So SMI generally focus on the 3 point. First one, that is the object identification. Second one, that is the data types. And third one, that is the encoding. This is the way you can perform the encoding in a SMI. And the last important point regarding this, what's the code, what's the tag behind this particular data type? Because all of you know, in a particular example, the first component that is related to the tag. So what is the meaning of tag here? So here you just see what is the meaning of tag. So each and every data type that supported one tag value. What is the meaning of tag? Tag allocated how many bytes? So tag allocated 1 byte. And 1 byte is equal to how many bits? 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. And how I represent the 8 bits? So that's the example for the code for the data type. So fully concentrate on that integer. So integer allocated how many bits? That 8 bits. And 8 bit is equal to how many byte? 1 byte. So here you just see the answer 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0. And this particular binary value, if I directly convert this binary value to hexadecimal, so answer of that is 0 2. So integer and the tag value, that is 2. So that is the justification for the codes for the data types. Again, take one example, octet string. Octet string contain 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0, and 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 means what? That is the value 4, that is in a hexadecimal. Again, take one example. For example, object identifier. So object identifiers support the which tag value? 6. So 6, you directly convert this value to a binary, that is known as a tag value for a particular data type. Again, take one example, IP address. So IP address, that can be considering as a one data type here. So that support which particular value? 40. So you directly convert the 40 into the binary. So this is the way you can represent the concept of SMI. Again, the most important thing, SMI support 3 components, mainly 3 functionality. First one, the total focus on the object side. Second one, object identifier. Third one, that is the data types. And fourth one, that is the encoding method. So that's all about the today's session. Thank you for watching.